Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming a first impression on this Artis Oval 8 brush. I have seen these everywhere, and at first I was like, what the heck is that big old brush? And supposedly they are really good, very expensive. The only thing I could focus on when buying this brush for the review is how expensive it was. This was $80, which I think is insane. But supposedly the quality is really good. I want to say I'm sorry for my voice. I've been losing my voice for almost a week now, and I don't understand why, because I don't feel sick. I just don't have my voice. So we are going to just kind of go into this, and basically let's read the back of this. This is the Oval 8, and it says the Artis. I probably should have figured out how to pronounce this, so if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, just let me know. But it says the Artis Fluenta Oval 8 is slightly smaller than the Oval 10 and has hundreds of thousands of fibers in an oval shape to provide application to a large area of the face. This patented brush is perfect to apply foundation or setting powder to the entire face, or apply and blend bronzing and highlighting powders to entire areas of the face. So this kind of explains it right there, shows you where you can use the brush, and it comes in this really nice package that I'm going to keep because I paid $80 for it. I haven't opened this, I haven't touched it or anything, but this is it. This is like a velvet packaging, and then you pop that open. Oh my god, this is bigger than I thought it was going to be. So that's what it looks like. Dude, that's huge. It's really lightweight though. I mean, obviously this part is heavier just because it has so many bristles, but the actual handle and everything is really light. I don't know how I'm going to contour and highlight with this. We shall see. There's not any directions or anything with this. It just says... It says that this brush is perfect to apply foundation or setting powder to the entire face, or apply and blend bronzing or highlighting powders to the area of the face. Okay, so mainly I want to try this out for foundation, and we'll just do highlight too. I don't think you're supposed to apply your concealer with this. Well, it does say they can be used for concealer, but I don't know. I mean, maybe that would work out. I guess we'll try concealer too. But supposedly you're not supposed to rub it in. You're just supposed to glide it on your face like this, and this actually feels really nice. This feels like a spa. I have applied my primers, moisturizers, and everything. I did use this. I want to shout it out real quick. This is the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue. This is amazing. I don't know if it's come out yet. It wasn't a PR set that I got, but oh my god, if you have oily skin, you are going to love this. It is so good. For foundation, I am going to use the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation, and this is the one I know that I love, and I use this with a brush, so I thought it would be perfect to try this out. And I'm going to try the shade 33 Beige. Hopefully it matches somewhat well. My self-tan is kind of rubbing off right now. I'm just going to put 4 spots on my face. Look how messy this gets. Ooh. And then I'm going to take this brush, and I'm just going to glide it like they say to. I think I should have just applied 1 drop and then did the rest of it. So it feels really smooth on the skin. It seems to be blending everything out nicely. Looks really good. This foundation, I feel like, look at that redness right there. Oh, hello. It's not a lot of work, you know, because you're just gliding it. And I feel like when most people put on their foundation, you don't necessarily think to just... I look so yellow right now in this lighting. Ooh, sorry. But I don't think most people think to glide because you usually want to buff it in. But this does not look bad right now. This is a huge brush. I don't know, like I said, if this one can be used for concealer, but we're just going to wing it and see, even though we can't pat it in. We're just going to glide it in. And one thing I was nervous about was that this brush wasn't going to cover up the redness on my nose, because usually when I do foundations on my nose, I have to pat them in because I have so much redness right in there. But this one is covering up really well just for rubbing, so that's awesome. And I'm really impressed by that, so I'm gonna check that off my list. Okay, so far I do like it. I think that it blended everything onto the skin really nicely. I don't see like a physical difference between this and using my face buffer brush, which is what I use with this foundation by Makeup Geek. I don't see like a huge difference there, but it was quicker to use this since it was so big and it just glided across my face. And if I could use this for multiple different purposes, that would be awesome too. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some concealer and try it out. So this is the Stila Aqua Glow Serum Concealer. I used light medium. This is a new concealer I've been using and loving. I try not to use as much concealer, but literally first thing I do is apply like an ass load of concealer just because I love concealer. And I'm like, no, I want more. I haven't seen anyone talk about this concealer, but I really love it. It feels so good on the skin. I believe it's pretty new. I was going to get the serum foundation. Is that how you feel, Rose? I'm very nervous to apply this right now. Okay, let's start with the right here. It's always really easy to just blend in. It literally takes like a couple swipes. Oh my god, I worry so much about my nose, like, not being covered as well. Okay, that was easy. Okay, now I'm going to take it and swipe it. I kind of like that you could just swipe it up like that. And it looks really good. Okay, I feel like I see some redness coming through. Stop it. Pretty nifty. The only thing is I have to get in my inner corner. So I'm going to take this brush, a little small brush, and get right in that inner corner area to brighten that up. Okay, so I feel like the concealer looks really good. The thing I just noticed most about this is it's just really quick to blend everything in instead of dabbing with like a beauty blender or taking my smaller face buffer brush and really buffing it in. So this also says you can apply setting powder to the face. I don't know how you would apply setting powder. The only thing I wish about this is like they had instructions inside the box. I don't want to go look online for instructions. I want to see inside it. But that's okay. I'm going to take this new powder that I bought and I'm so excited to try it. I'm pretty sure this is new. But it's the Dior Skin Forever and Ever Control. It's a matte perfection powder, or like a matte loose setting powder. That's pretty. How pretty is that? So this is just in 001. It's just translucent. Ooh, it has a little sifter. Nice. So I'm just going to like dip my brush in here, kind of tap off any excess, and I guess just swipe. Pat? I don't know what to do. I'm just going to pat because I don't feel like swiping powder on my face. Which I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to get yelled at in the comments for doing this wrong, but homegirl doesn't know. They didn't give me directions. But hey, I gotta say, patting the powder in is nice. I feel like if you feel like you did too much, you could always just go back over after you've applied it and just kind of brush it away. This brush feels so nice. I'm going to use the Suntan Matte Bronzer by Smashbox since it says it can be used for bronzer. Just going to tap it in. Oh my god, I'm nervous. I'm going to start with my forehead just to kind of get a feel for it. Wow! Wipe that off. That is not cute. But let's just kind of go... I don't want to go... Wow, it really blends though. Like, look at that. That is gorgeous. That's the kind of contour for my forehead that I die for. And the thing about this is you can use the tip of the brush to really get in there and blend it out. I love that. I love that it just blended that out so well. And then I go in with more. It picks up a lot of product, so you don't need to put a lot on the brush. But if you're like me, and you do, just like I did there, you could go back in and just blend it out, which is pretty damn amazing. Because sometimes you can't blend this stuff out. It's incredible. Alright, let's try to contour. I'm going to take the edge of it. And... oh, that's a little low. So I guess just kind of buff it up. Or like swipe it up. It's not a bad contour, but it's a little bit lower than I prefer. God, but it blends everything out. Like, it really blends everything out, which is impressive to me. So, like, watch this line. I do wipe off the excess after I see how much product I have on my face, because this just will blend it all out, which is so crazy to me. Like, look at that. That's probably like one of my favorite contour jobs I've ever done. That looks so beautiful. To think that was like a sharp line is insane. The one thing I can't do with this brush is contour my nose. Maybe a smaller one, which I think would be amazing. Like, to have a smaller one of these to just blend out my nose contour. Oh my god, it'd be like effortless. Beautiful. I think it's so interesting how this brush doesn't need to be like buffed in. It just needs to be swiped on the face. That is so interesting to me, and it's really cool. So, okay, you passed the bronzer test. Now, let me see that package again. It says bronzing or highlighting powders, so I'm not going to do blush with it, even though I want to. I kind of want to just do my whole face with it. Even if it is wrong. Even if I'm not supposed to do it, I want to do it. I'm going to use this Too Faced Love Flush Blush in Baby Love, which is a great, just like a neutral pink color. It's one of my favorites. Okay, I'm just going to dip this brush in here. And then we're just going to apply, I feel like this will be, I don't think I like this for blush. I mean, you're probably not supposed to apply it with this brush, but if you pay $80 for it, you kind of want it to be an all-in-one. I mean, it's nice. It applies the blush nicely, but it's really kind of awkward for me. And I feel like I just want to pat it when you're not supposed to pat it, so. Not a big fan of using this one with a brush. Then again, it doesn't say you're supposed to, so I could be completely wrong. So I'm going to take Heat Wave by Estee Lauder and highlight with this. Again, I'm just going to take the edge of it. This highlight is like intense enough, so like watch me mess this up. And I'm just going to brush this on. Okay, I don't really see that. Let me take the tip of this. Oh, wow. I like that it's like more diffused, because this highlight is intense if you build it up. But I feel like this brush kind of diffuses it, which is nice because this is a very pigmented highlighter. Like, don't let this brush fool you. This highlighter is intense. I feel like the highlighter isn't as great with this brush, in my opinion. But it does look beautiful still. Let's put a little highlight on my nose because I need to contour it anyways. So that is blush, bronzer, and highlight done with that brush. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of gather my thoughts and finish the rest of my makeup. And I'm going to come back and let you guys know what I think of this, if you should purchase it, and all of that other stuff. So if you want to see my final review, then just keep watching. Okay, so now that I finished up the rest of my face makeup, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what my final thoughts are on this little beauty. So first off, the price tag sucks because it was $80 for this brush. Now, what I did like this for, I did like it for foundation, I liked it for concealer, I also loved it for bronzer, and I did like it for highlight. I think it did a really good job on all of those. I did not like it for blush, it wasn't my favorite, but one thing I will say is with the foundation, I didn't notice like a huge end result. I do take a little bit longer with the face buffer brush because it's smaller and you have to really work it into the skin. But I didn't notice the difference between taking the time and doing that and then finishing off with this. Now this, like I said, did take less time. I just swiped it all over and I was done. Went straight to concealer and then bronzer and then of course the highlight, what I loved next. I think this would be a great brush if you kind of just want to purchase one brush to do different jobs. This one did 4 different jobs for me, and if you want to kind of roundabout of how much 4 different brushes would cost, I would say they would be $80 because good brushes usually are about $20 a piece if you get them individually. Sometimes they're cheaper, but let's just go with a solid $20. It's about $80 for 4 brushes, and then it's $80 for this one. So it's kind of personal preference what you guys want to do. I do like this for just a quick application. I think it works really, really well. And I really just think if you're going to purchase it, it definitely is all about personal preference. What you want to use it for, if you want to spend the money on it, and how you think it works. I haven't really seen any negative reviews on this other than just the price tag. And the handle is really light. It's not like it's really hard to work with. It's not very heavy or anything like that. Most of the weight is here with the bristles, but that's because there's hundreds and thousands of bristles. And another thing I like about this is it does feel really good on the skin. So basically, I don't think this is a necessity. I think it is if you're a makeup lover and want to try different brushes and try like different things, this would be really cool to try out. I think you would really love it if you did try it out and want to spend the money on it. And so I'm deciding to keep it just because it did do 4 different jobs for me. And I love the way that it blended out my bronzer. I think that was like the best part for me was the bronzer, because I feel like my bronzer looks really good. Now the blush I didn't like at all, but the foundation and concealer I did like. I'll probably still use my beauty blender for my concealer, but if I just want to go from foundation, rub it off, and then quickly go to concealer if I'm in a rush, I can do that with this brush. So if you guys have tried this brush out, let me know in the comments below, or if you've tried other brushes from them. Like, I know they have some eyeshadow brushes and things like that, but I don't know how I would like them because they look very interesting. But let me know if you tried any of these out, what your thoughts are below in the comments. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel to see more videos. And yes, I will see you guys on Thursday.